Welcome to the Carriker Chronicles, the People's Show. Check the Post of Husker Nation. Brought to you by Nebraska Spine Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't figure out my shirt, just like I couldn't when my wife gave it to me yesterday, just think Star Wars. All right. So I did 2 interviews earlier today before recording this show and this program right now, and I got asked the same question in both interviews. So I thought it'd be a great question to ask right now on this program known as the Carriker Chronicles, and that is, Adam, the first 4 games are pretty brutal. How do you think Husker fans are going to feel after the first 4 games heading into the second half of the season? What do you expect from the team as a whole this year? Now, I'm not going to break down the first 4 games. I'm not going to break down the schedule. I'm not going to give a prediction because I've done all that in the past. If you haven't seen it, go back and check it out, omaha.com/Carriker. But in case you didn't know, we play Ohio State tomorrow, in case you didn't know that. All right, number 5 in the country. We got number 14, Wisconsin next, Northwest, and then we got number 8, Penn State. 3 teams in the top 14, 2 teams in the top 8. And Ohio State this weekend, our newfound good buddies, which will be suspended on Saturday and probably suspended forever because whoever loses will be not happy with the other side. I'm just kidding. Here's the deal. The first 4 games are what they are, but what can we expect and how will we feel the second half of the season after those first 4 games have concluded? Now, I feel a little bit different about this Husker team than I did a year ago because I actually felt like I was kind of on an island going into last year. Last year, I felt like, man, there's a lot of unknowns on the offense. We know, obviously, big expectations for Adrian a year ago, but I was just like, there's not a whole lot of proven guys at receiver, at O-line, at tight end. You know, at the time, Maurice Washington's status was up in the air. Fast forward, and I thought the defense was going to have to carry the offense until the offense could catch up last year. Now, fast forward to this year, I kind of feel the opposite because you look at the offensive line. You got a lot of big guys, a lot of talented guys, a lot of experienced guys, all 5 starters returning, basically all their scholarship linemen. They've got Wan'Dale Robinson at receiver. You got Dedrick Mills at running back, who has been there and done that. You've got Adrian Martinez, who's now in his 3rd year as the starter. And I think last year, as rough as it was for him, will be good for him in the long term because Scott Frost even mentioned a while back that maybe he wasn't as mentally prepared as he should have been. I believe he will be better for that now. Also, this guy named Luke McCaffrey, competition, Adrian and Luke pushing each other is only going to make each other better. So I think the offense is going to be better this year, or at least the potential. I haven't done anything yet. The potential is there for it to be better. You look at the defensive side of the ball. All right, you don't have a whole lot of experience up front, starting-wise, on the D-line. Now, Ben Stilley's got the most experience. I think he could have a very good year. You look at Damian Daniels, who's stepping in for his brother at the nose guard position. We don't know any of the starters because the only one they named was the quarterback, but these are just guys I'm going to keep my eye on. You look at a guy like Ty Robinson. He's a guy who's uber talented. He looks completely different. He's physically got all the ability in the world. He's a freshman. What you're going to see from Ty is you're going to see, that's awesome. 2 seconds later, what are you doing? I kind of think that's what we're going to see from this Husker team as a whole. Bryce Benhart, an offensive tackle, starting on offense. I think that's what we're going to see from this team as a whole because it's a team, I think, with significantly more talent, ability, and size than a year ago. Now, we'll see how that plays out once they hit the field. And it's a team that I think has the ability to get you excited, to give you legit reason for optimism, and then turn right around and have you pulling your hair out like you're the ugliest monster walking around trick-or-treating on Halloween. By the way, are we trick-or-treating this year? What's the deal with that, folks? Anyways, I think it's going to be a little bit of both, and it's not just because of the schedule. The only thing that really excited me last year was that I thought the schedule was easy. Obviously, this year the schedule is challenging. If we could flip-flop, that'd be really nice. But here's the deal. Here's how I look at it, okay? I think there's more reason after the first 4 games. I think there's going to be more reason for excitement and optimism than feelings of frustration because you're going to have both. But I think the reasons for excitement and optimism will outweigh the feelings of frustration. I think the first 4 games, they are rough, we know. I think it is going to be a trying period, but also a time where Nebraska can prove and improve itself. Now, you look at those last 4 games. How are we going to feel heading into it? And then what do we expect as a whole? My expectation for this team after the first 4 games, heading into the last 4 games as a whole, is that we will look in those last 4 games a lot better than we did last year as an overall whole. Until next time, Husker Nation, go big red, and always remember to throw the bird. Thanks again to our sponsor, Nebraska Spine Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, when it's your spine, you do not want to mess around, and experience matters. That's why you can trust the experts at Nebraska Spine Hospital, the region's only spine-specific hospital. They are the best at what they do.